Alright, so we are going to address a bit of concern I read online. Someone kind of got at me for the enclosure for Dramoka here. The enclosure size does fit the minimum requirements. It's a hexagonal shape. So where it looks like it's just straight back and forth, the dimensions actually have a lot more to it than what it looks off of a glance. It's just a weird shape, but it does give her dimensions that she needs to crawl around. She does have more than just that ladder. She has her cork bark. She has this little thing that she absolutely loves sitting on. And these little fake plants and stuff in here. The bamboo's here, and it is a vivarium with active little creatures such as springtails and isopods. I don't want to dig too deep and get her upset, but they come out when I spray and stuff, so this is a very moist sort of dirt and everything that allows for ecosystem and vivarium. And she doesn't have as high as she used to. If you look when she was younger in my videos, even like a couple years ago, I had her for longer than that. And I really started recording the videos. There's pictures and stuff. There might be some shorts from very, very far back where you do see all the way up to the top. There's things linking and crisscrossing. She's old, by the way. She's like 5, going to be 6. Their average life expectancy is to be about 5 to 7, you know? Mostly females live longer than males, but so she doesn't have as tall as she used to because she kept starting to fall. And I didn't want her to hurt herself as she's getting older. So really, I did take a lot of the climbing enclosure stuff off. But she has a climbing wall. She has the cork thing. She has her branch here. And that ladder is more of her basking spot. She actually is very funny. She likes to crawl around and under stuff. She goes hunting for bugs. And know all the little extra isopods and things inside of the fiber there, because that's where they're at. Sorry for the bop. But it's just a weird shape of an enclosure. It does fill in the minimum centimeter or inch size for a single Cuban Falls chameleon. So thank you for being concerned. I am sorry that my enclosure stresses some people out. I will probably not be recording much of her then if that's what's making people upset, but I am doing this simply because this is best for her. I've lived with her for 40-something years now. I got her when she was more than a year old because the people at the PetSmart kept calling her ugly and that there was no way she was going to sell. So, and I got tired of hearing that, so I just bought her. And she's been with me since. So again, sorry that the enclosure, that the way that the setup is a little vacant looking, but it is because she's old and she was falling a lot when she did have her higher branches within like the last year or so. So I just want to be careful that she stays happy and healthy. So a little short video explaining that. And if y'all are still upset about this, that's fine, you know? I've had her for so many years, and she knows me. She knows this enclosure. I tried moving her to more of a 25, 29 gallon long. She didn't even move around in it very much, man. She just kind of stuck around. Well, not long, but tall, sorry. So it's the 20-gallon tall that I have in there in the other room that's used for the extra frog and everything. But yeah, it's just, I'm sorry that it upsets you. This is not abusive. She is doing just fine. As you can see, she is completely active, aware, no drippage, a little bit of some color changing as she's, you know, under the light and basking. So she's darkening her scale color based on how she is within what kind of heat and lighting sustenance. You know, so that's what it is. So thank you for your concerns, but she's not being abused. Okay. And also to show how well she's doing and everything, some mealworms here. Watch how excited she gets when she sees those. I also give them to her in the cup, so this way she's not eating dirt by accident. See? She's chowing down, man. And she's been like this for years. You can ask anyone. This does equal the dimensions of about a 30-gallon. I'm not using the full thing again. Like I was saying earlier, she kept falling a lot. So I took a lot of those extra branches and things out, and I went more minimalistic for her. And she likes it like that, and she's fine with it. She doesn't glass surf or try to do anything with the screen and stuff. When she was younger, she was so funny, man. She would climb all the way up to the branches, and I see her crawling along the screen right there. Actually, those are some webs right there. Let me get those real fast. Yeah. These enclosures are nice and humid, so other things try to get in here and mess with her stuff. There we go. You about done with that? Oh my goodness, knock it down. And alright, you went to chow down on that, so let me get you some water. You can tell by her demeanor and everything, she's not stressed, so I understand if you feel like this may not be the right enclosure, but in this channel, I'm really not abusing my animals. Animal care is done many ways. When she was younger, much more up in here, and I hope you can, I'll try to look for those actually, and put that up at the end, see if I can maybe recall some videos of her younger past to show you what she did have when she wasn't here. Hip there, fun facts. This is the Cuban false chameleon. Her name's Dramoka. They are not chameleons, they are actually anoles. They come from South American rainforest, and they drink dripping water, so make sure you spray them down at least twice a day. Give them lots of humidity, and I'm doing just a spray down, her daily spray down for the mornings. And you can see live plants and stuff to help with the humidity to keep it going. And a little tiny dish to have some water in there. She doesn't drink from it, but it's just nice to have. And this is a bioactive tank and so on. If you're ever curious of knowing more how to make bioactive tanks, I can start doing videos on it, but these shorts usually get so much more attention. This is a good way to get some of the information out.